What's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from July 26, 2018. This will be the fallout of what happened with Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary 16, and your commentators, Josh Matthews and Don Collins, and they were in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, from, again, July 26, 2018. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned that date, but if I didn't mention that, then I apologize, but now I'll mention it right now. But yeah, I'm about to go to this Impact Wrestling show, and I'm looking forward to talk about the show, basically. I'll let you know how I feel about it overall. This part won't take long, so let's get right to it. Austin Aries cuts a promo about retaining his Impact Wrestling World Championship, and when it comes to Slammiversary, when it comes against Moose, a great main event, he's still an Impact World Champion, and then he takes a shot at the WWE bubble. Now, he didn't actually say the WWE bubble, but he mentioned the word bubble, which means WWE bubble dwellers. For those who don't know, that's what also is referring to the bubble. And I'm like, well done, Austin Aries. Well done. Bravo. I could have said it better myself right there. Those WWE bubble dwellers. The WWE / sports entertainment fans. Fuck them. Especially, and also taking a shot at the WWE company's bubble. Because Vince McMahon, who sees nothing else outside of WWE, other than his own company. And manipulating his fans to this bubble mentality. So yeah, great that Austin Aries took a shot at the bubble for that. That was my favorite promo right there. All of a sudden, he wants to challenge, basically assuming that he's kind of a babyface promo there, which means he's gonna be a babyface, right? So he starts saying he wants to challenge all comers, and all of a sudden Eddie Edwards comes out of nowhere and attacks Austin Aries with a kendo stick, lays him out with a double arm DDT, and basically I think that's the match that could be set up now. Austin Aries versus Eddie Edwards, and like, let's go, let's do it. Sign me up for that, and I'm looking forward to see how that match turns out. And there you go. And I'll get to more Austin Aries later. Next we get to Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori versus Petey Williams, in a very good match that they had. To start the show. In the end, you have Taiji Ishimori winning with the Bloody Cross, and yeah, he gets a win. After the match, they shook hands. Now, I don't know how I feel about that because Taiji Ishimori is a heel now. He's got a new look and everything. He's a member of Bullet Club, and he's shaking hands with a babyface in Petey Williams. I didn't like that. I thought, to me, that's not Taiji Ishimori now. He's not about that anymore. But then all of a sudden this happened. We get the Desi Hit Squad coming out and beat them down. I'm like, what the hell is this now? So yeah, the great Angama has got his boys to attack Pete Williams and Taiji Ishimori, and basically beat them down badly, basically. And like, oh shit, I love this. I was actually enjoying this. So I guess this is gonna be their ways for Taiji Ishimori and Petey Williams to work together. Now, here's what I would have done here. I would not have Taiji Ishimori and Petey Williams shook hands. I would have teased a handshake, and then you could have had the Desi Hit Hit Squad to attack them, and then you could have done something where Taiji Ishimori and Petey Williams work together against these guys that that just jumped them for no reason. Other than they want to make a name for themselves, and the way they want to make names of themselves is to attack Petey Williams and Taiji Ishimori out of their expense. And yeah, so but yeah, I like the Desi Hit Squad too, by the way. And I want to see where this goes at this point. Now, I mentioned before about Austin Aries. Before I get to that part, which is going to be part is going to be in this part, by the way. We get a guy who is known by Santino Marella in WWE, who actually he's been part of Impact Wrestling, but he hasn't been fully on the scene of Impact Wrestling until finally they decided to make him be part of the scene. He's going by his real name, which, by the way, he can't go by Santino Marella anyways because that's WWE's marketed name, trademark name basically. I meant to say. So he's going by his real name of Anthony Caroline, and basically he cuts a promo, and he's got one of his students with him. I think his name is Dustin Cameron, and also Aries interrupts, and right there is they're still gonna have Austin Aries being the heel because he interrupts and basically challenges Anthony Caroline, but there's a problem there. He can't wrestle anymore. After that neck injury he suffered from WWE at the time, during that time, we had to get neck surgery and all that, and he had to be retired. He hasn't wrestled since, and he said I remember at one point he said that he can wrestle, something like that. He can still wrestle and all that. I don't know. I don't remember the exact full story of that article, but if he's by the looks of it, he said he can't do it anymore because of his neck. He can't be clear because of his neck. So I'm assuming that it was just him thinking that he can rest, that he can still go, but he can't. I don't think he can't. I think that was the story that I heard about it. Again, I don't remember if it was, but someone covered that before, and that person was on point on that one too. So, but basically, instead of Anthony Caroline, again, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name, because he's not actually Italian, by the way. He's Canadian, but he's basically a Canadian wrestler being portrayed as an Italian wrestler in WWE when it comes to being called Santino Marella and that. So same thing with Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper is not really Scottish. He's a Canadian wrestler who's being portrayed as a Scottish guy because he's wearing a kilt and playing the bagpipes and all that. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, but instead, like I said, Dustin Cameron who's there, and he accepts the challenge, and he's excited to face Austin Aries from the next Impact Wrestling show, and like, you're gonna get your ass kicked, bro. You have no idea who you're messing with, and when it comes to professional wrestling. Austin Aries, one of the greatest wrestlers right now in this generation, and he's killing it right now. And I can't wait to see this squash match. Basically, it's gonna be a squash match, obviously. Now, I don't know much about this Dustin Cameron, but we'll see what he can bring to the table. But I don't think he's gonna get any type of momentum, anyways. And if he does, it's gonna be fucking bullshit. Tessa Blanchard versus Rebel. Rebel was pretty good in this match against Tessa Blanchard. First, she was good by facing this piece of trash, Katarina, and now I thought this was one of her best matches. When it comes to wrestling against Tessa Blanchard. Now she has some matches before in Impact Wrestling when it comes to ODB, the Dollhouse. Remember that faction. That was a disaster. Based on all the circumstances of it. But anyways, but yeah, Rebel, and also Rebel has wrestled outside of Impact Wrestling too, in the Indies, and she's won championships. Even in OVW, meant to say, Ohio Valley Wrestling, and she's improving. Rebel's improving, but it wasn't enough because she lost the match here against Tessa Blanchard, which is she shouldn't be winning anyways against Tessa Blanchard anyways, because Tessa Blanchard should be getting that push right now, and she's right now she's killing it, and all she needs now is to get that win back from Madison Rayne, which is never gonna happen anyways because Madison Rayne, I think she's gone for Impact Wrestling right now, based on of what I heard with her being in this tournament for WWE. Just saying. But yeah, Rebel was pretty good in the match. But there's no Kiera Hogan though. Speaking of Kiera Hogan, I'll get to her later. Now we get to the debut of Scarlett Bordeaux. I guess that's how I say her last name. But I seen her wrestle a lot on YouTube, and she's also wrestled on Ring of Honor because of Women of Honor, and basically she's known to be in Ring of Honor as well. Scarlett Bordeaux. Basically, she's doing she's calling herself the Smoke Show because of her hotness and everything, which she is hot, by the way. And basically her the way she's talking, the way she's presenting herself and all that, she's a heel. And you know what? It works. And basically, she was cutting a promo where, unlike some other women, this feels like a WWE promo type of thing that she's saying here, because she's saying revolution, game changer when it comes to the women's division and all that. I'm like, what? What? It was weird. And then, by the way, she was being interviewed by Alicia Atout while this whole thing going on. And then she was taking the microphone away from her and all that, and she told the 5 to go away while this 10 talks on her own this time. Basically, what comes to the scale of hotness. So yeah, and by the way, Scarlett Bordeaux, yeah, she is a 10. If you haven't seen a picture of her, look her up. She is a 10. But yeah, she's talking on the promo on her own this time, and all of a sudden she licks the microphone. I'm like, I know what that's supposed to be, but that was, yeah. She looked at the microphone. If I'm pretty sure you know what that means, but if you, I don't know. But yeah, as far as what she's gonna do, obviously she's gonna wrestle because she's wrestled before, and basically to let everyone know that she's bringing Sexy back into the Knockouts division. Which, by the way, I didn't know that Sexy, I didn't know that Sexy even left the Knockouts division, But whatever. We get a video vignette of Pentagon Jr. talking about his win over Sami Callihan at Slammiversary, about him losing his hair and all that, and then he says, he's saying his name Pentagon Jr. and Zero Miedo. Yeah, nothing else to say about it. But Pentagon Jr. he's gonna be featured more on Impact Wrestling, and which is good. Johnny Impact versus Trevor Lee with Caleb Conley at ringside. Match itself, it was pretty good. But Johnny Impact, he fucked up 2 spots in the match. So yeah, I'm not happy with Johnny Impact returning, just like I'm not happy with him winning. And sure enough, he won, and whatever, right? But he won with a Starship Pain. That was the match that he finished with, and he fucked it up too, by the way, the way he did it too. So yeah, so Johnny Impact wins, shocker, and he talks about how he's been away, and he's now back, and he says he's gonna be part of Survivor, this reality TV show. I think I remember watching it before, wasn't a fan of it, didn't like it. So yeah, good luck with that, because I'm not watching it anyways. And then he talks about now he's got some unfinished business, which means he's got some unfinished business to beat this guy that took him out of action of Johnny Impact. And he's talking about Kongo Kong. So yeah, Johnny Impact wants some unfinished business with Kongo Kong, and spoiler, folks, Johnny Impact is winning, and it's gonna piss me the fuck off when that happens. Now we get a backstage interview of Allie. She's sitting on the stairwell, talking about what happened with Su Yung, with her reign of being Knockouts champion, about taking out Rosemary, her best friend, and then taking her out, and then taking out Madison Rayne, and Allie wants to be the one to stop her. And then Kiera Hogan walks in and says, I'll fight along with you against Su Yung. And yeah, and how do I feel about this, folks? Kiera Hogan's going to be another victim of Su Yung to be put in the coffin. Now, when I said to Impact Wrestling that I want Impact Wrestling to do something with Kiera Hogan, this is not what I had in mind. This is going to be no way to for some odd reason, to bury Kiera Hogan. So yeah, I'm not happy about this. Now here's the thing. Kiera Hogan and Su Yung, they had matches before. Not in Impact Wrestling though, but outside of Impact Wrestling. And they killed it. at in those matches too. By the way, Kiera Hogan and Su Yung. And now I'm worried about Kiera Hogan. How she's gonna be booked against Su Yung. If it's gonna be a one-on-one match down the line between Kiera Hogan and Su Yung, where it's gonna lead to Kiera Hogan getting put in the casket. I don't know if that's what they're gonna go with, and they're gonna hold Ali while Ali watches and all that, like they did with Rosemary and all that. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with this. But whatever they do with this with Kiera Hogan, it's gonna piss me off anyways. Because Kiera Hogan deserves better, and she doesn't deserve this. I don't know for what reason why they're doing this to her. Now I'm having some back and forth with George in the comments of this too and all about Kiera Hogan. Just a friendly debate, that. So nothing heated, nothing when it comes to I'm pretty sure George knows. I'm pretty sure George knows it's a friendly debate that that's needed too, by the way. So there you go. We'll see what they do with that. I doubt Kiera Hogan's gonna look strong in this in either way. So then we get to Eli Drake. He presents Grado a gift, while you have Katrina and Joe Hendricks there. I mean Hendry. I meant to say Joe Hendry. And basically, it's a picture of Katarina and Joe Hendry posting together, and there's no Grado in that picture too. And then Eli Drake walks off, and then Hendry and Katarina storm off, saying that Eli Drake did Photoshop something like that. I don't know. It was stupid. I did not like it. I don't care about folks. I don't care about the storyline. So I'm gonna move on. Just speaking of another storyline I don't give a fuck about. We get a backstage vignette of KM trying to show Falaba how to get angry, to show that mean streak. So they're walking backstage. They take a guy's sunglasses and hat, whatever, and a cell phone, and like it was and then puts that guy down. And like KM was doing that, by the way, and then Falaba was like watching on, that, like trash. Fallout trash. Video vignette of Killer Kross. Not much to say about it other than Killer Kross. He's been pushed strongly, which is good, and it's a better strong push than KM. I'll say that. Backstage vignette of the OGs, which is King, Homicide, and Hernandez. And they talk about not being done with LAX and Conan, and they got the tag belts too, by the way. The belts that they stole from LAX, even though they didn't win the belts, but they stole the belts. And basically, yeah, it's not over between LAX and the OGs. And again, you gotta add in Diamante in the mix too. So we'll see what they do with that. But I'm intrigued with this though. I'm very intrigued. Backstage vignette with Sami Callihan and OVE. Sami Callihan, with his head shaved and all that. And then also they're in the bathroom. I think they were in the bathroom. I don't remember if they were in the bathroom. Oh yeah, that's right. They were in the bathroom. They were peeing in the I forgot what that thing's called. When you come standing and while you're peeing and all that. So I forgot what it's called. Whatever. That's beside the point. But Sami Callihan is accusing this person. Are you looking at me? You make fun of my hair and all that, and then they start beating him up and they start shaving his hair. And then that guy's acting when shaving his hair. He was like, no, garbage. His acting was garbage. OVE and Sami Callihan were great. This guy, trash. Just some random schmuck with long hair, unless also a natural wig or whatever. I don't know. It was stupid. Again, Sami Callihan and OVE. It wasn't dumb. It wasn't dumb that ruined it for me. It was the guy. Well, actually, I thought it was a little funny. But other than that, I still said that guy's trash. The guy's acting. But again, Sami Callihan and OVE, they made the venue the vignette edgy in a way. And finally, the main event. In the Impact Knockouts, the Impact X Division Champion, Brian Cage versus Matt Sydal. Basically a rematch from Slammiversary. So the match that happens, and this match was better than the match that they had at Slammiversary. Like a lot of good spots, a lot of good counters, a lot of good comeback from Matt Sydal, and also because Matt Sydal showing his killer instinct when it comes to size doesn't matter, and he showcased that too against Brian Cage. Brian Cage also has some killer instinct too when it comes to saying that size does matter, and bam and all that, right? And then he wins with the drill claw, and gets the 3 count in the win. So Brian Cage is still the X Division champion. Do I still agree with him being the X Division champion? Nope. I think he should be granted the World Championship, because there's no more of the Grand Championship title anymore. There's no more of the secondary championship belt. And no, I'm not gonna count the X Division Championship. To me, I don't see the X Division Championship as the secondary championship. The Grand Championship, the Grand Championship title was the secondary championship. And before that, there was what was it? Oh yeah, the Kingdom of the Mountain Championship. And then before that, it was the TV Championship, and then it was the Global Championship, and then it was the Legends Championship. So yeah, I don't see the I don't see the X Division Championship as the secondary championship, but I guess they're going to look at it as that now. In fact, they should make a new secondary championship belt. What should they call it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll think of something. As long as they don't call it the Anthem Championship. I'm just saying. And there you go. That was basically Impact Wrestling. Total Amount Wrestling for hour number 1 for Impact Wrestling, 2 matches. And Total Amount Wrestling for hour number 2, 2 matches. Sort of, if you added the Johnny Impact versus Trevor Lee from the first hour, which was for a few minutes, and then it moved in, bled into the second hour. But yeah, 2 matches in hour number 2, half, But Total Amount Wrestling overall for Impact Wrestling, 4 matches, and my overall rating for the show, 9 out of 10. I thought the show was great. It was great. Despite a couple of things that I didn't like about the show, when it comes to the vignettes, the skits. Other than that, I thought it was a great show. This was an amazing, basically an amazing 4 hour of Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary show, for this Impact Wrestling show that it did. Basically, Impact after Slammiversary, like how WWE does the Raw after Mania, the Raw after SummerSlam, the Raw after Survivor Series, the Raw after the Rumble. All that type of stuff. But there you go. 9 out of 10. Great show. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. And if this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Driller. Please subscribe. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this review, give it a thumbs down. Choice is yours and yours alone. And with that being said, you all have a good night. You all take care. Peace on the streets. Talk to you all soon, but for now, I'm out. Take care, guys.